Hey, what's up guys? It is Spade CR here, back with another Brawl Stars video. So today we're going to be doing Ranking the Superpowers Part 2. I uploaded Ranking the Superpowers Part 1 a really long time ago, and so I thought it might be a bit out of date, but the balance changes haven't really seemed to affect the rankings that much, except for maybe bows I might put a little bit higher up on the list. So we're going to get right into it. Bo was in the number 12 spot, or not 12, I'm sorry, 10. And next up we have Rico in the number 9 spot. So I'm going to be playing Rico in actual showdown, just because I'm trying to push with him. So the thing that makes Rico's super just so strong is the fact that it does so much damage, and the fact that it can bounce off walls, and the fact that it can go through brawlers. So there are really three things that make it completely dominate people. In smash and grab or something, if there's that gem carrier running away and they have low health and the timer's running down and they're about to win the game, you can shoot your Rico super at them and it can hit them from a pretty long distance. And if you have Rico's star power like I do, it does a fair amount of extra damage. Rico's star power is pretty strong, so you can just completely annihilate them. If you're playing Bounty and all of the team's brawlers are kind of grouped together, you're down a few stars or points or whatever you want to call it. You can kind of just like blast them all if they're clumped up, and you will do so much damage to them. You will annihilate them. If there is someone trapped in a corner, you use your Rico power. It bounces off of walls. It comes back, it hits them multiple times, and it just does so much damage. So, yeah, it's a really strong one. And there's just one thing that puts it a bit lower than Colt, and that's the fact that it can't destroy walls. So I'm going to be getting to Colt's next. He is number 8 on the list. But first, I'm going to finish up this battle with Rico. So we're doing pretty well. I've joined a nice team of, I think, either 5 or 6. Can't really tell. We defeated that Daryl. Might be time for us to turn on each other. Ooh, but there's a crow. I'm not sure if that crow is teamed with us or not. Oh, no, he was not. Okay. So many mid-health brawlers, I couldn't even remember. I think this Mortis might come and kill me, but he's not staying faithful. And now there's a very obvious target. That crow is going to be the next to go. At least he should be, because he shot at us multiple times. I don't know. Okay, it looks like the Dynamite and the Mortis are the next targets. I'm actually not going to kill that Nita. Maybe I should have, but I just decided not to. Oh, and I might be the next. Nope. Ooh. Oh, one of Crow's things got me. I might be the next one out. Ooh, I just got to reload. Stay out of sight. I think this Mortis is going to come kill me, but he's not. This is very action-packed. No, I want a team. Okay, or not. I'm sorry. I really should not have shot at him. That was my flaw there, and it looks like we're going to be taking out third place. That's pretty good. That's going to get me closer to where I'm trying to get with Rico. That's a bit of foreshadowing for a video that's to come, so just stay tuned. Next up on the list, I'm going to be playing with Colt. Yeah, I'm going to take him into a PvP battle. So, let's just hope that we get 5th place or better. I just want to gain or just keep my old trophies. That's all I want. So, yeah, the thing about Colt's super is really good for a lot of the same reasons that Rico's is. Has good range, it goes through people, and it does quite a bit of damage. Same kind of format, I don't know what to call it, but straight line of bullets. The thing that kind of differentiates it from Rico's is the spread of Rico's bullets is a lot more inconsistent, which can be a good thing or a bad thing, so that's not really a factor when it comes to the rankings. And the thing that really puts him above Rico is the fact that his bullets can go through walls. So even though Rico can bounce his bullets off walls, there are just some angles that are impossible to hit for him, but that is not a problem for Colt. He can just blast right through those walls. In Brawl Ball, he can kind of open up the goal a little bit. In Heist, he can make a passageway You can get into the enemy team's area when you might not have been able to before. So Colt's is just a bit more, not versatile, but it can just be a lot more useful in certain circumstances, just outside of specifically trying to kill someone or doing damage. So that's about it for Colt. I guess the one thing to note is that his range is a bit shorter than Rico, and that's just really the only downside when comparing him to Rico. But yeah, kind of a close matchup. I've had Rico farther up than him, so I've been kind of switching this one around a little bit, and in the end, his triumph just because it can break walls, even though Rico's star power can kind of put his above Colts, but not everyone has that star power, so that can't always come into factor. So that's it for Colt. I'm going to finish up this battle. I've got a nice, typical mid-health brawler team. Pretty versatile, even though there are two Colts. Okay, I want to take out that bull before I die. Oh, no, his health regenerate. Okay. Oh, looks like I'm done. Well, 6th place. That is very good. I'm happy about that. I have tried pushing Colt to 18 before, but it did not work out. So this is kind of a stepping stone to getting him where I want him to be at, too. So next up on the list, we have Crow. I am going to go into a bot battle with Crow because he has the most trophies of everyone. So Crow's, you can't really compare his to anyone else's besides some aspects of it are kind of like Piper's or Primo's, because they both jump away. But other than that, his super is pretty unique. It throws out a ring of daggers that very consistently hits someone. Oh, I forgot that this was a bot brawl. I would have gone and killed that Brock. But yeah, his daggers are pretty close together, so they very consistently hit someone and make it impossible for them to regenerate their health, or if they're trying to hide in the bushes, they just can't do that. But that's just kind of more Crow's pros overall, just of his daggers in general. The thing that makes it special is that it's an escape superpower, which escape superpowers can be very, very helpful. And the fact that it just really does more damage. It has more damage capability than Primo's does, I guess. Yeah, it really does, because if you do your super right next to them, then it does more damage on impact. But if Primo's gets up close, then the person that he got up to is kind of annihilated. But just the difference with Crow is that you have a really high chance of hitting someone. Unlike Primo's, it does not knock them out of range. And if Crow gets up close to them, he can do a crap ton of damage and make it impossible for them to regenerate their health or hide or anything like that. So in a last-second situation where you just have to get that last kill and smash and grab or bounty, or even if you got to get that ball in there in a brawl ball and you have to just jump towards the goal and get on top of that ball and throw it in there, his superpower is very, very helpful. So, yeah, it's just a really good power for just jumping on someone and completely annihilating them. So that's what makes his star power so good. I'm going to try to finish off this Nita, but not looking too good. Yeah, nope. Yeah, I guess that was kind of a half-hearted attempt. Not really. Well, next up on the list, we have Shelley. Now, this superpower, when you're playing Shelley and you get up close to someone, you use your super on them, it completely annihilates. If you got Shelley's star power, there's almost a 0% chance of survival because her star power is just extremely strong. So if you factor that in there, that would put it even farther up. But like I said with Rico, not everyone has the star power. So yeah, the thing about Shelley is that it's just a really, really good ambush super. If someone walks by bushes unsuspecting and Shelley pops out at them, it's going to be pretty darn easy for her to kill them if she just lands her super on them, because it just does so much damage up close, and she'll be within range, and she'll probably be able to finish you off. There's really no escaping Shelley's superpower once you get up close. She can knock out obstacles in Heist. Not that she's the best brawler for Heist, because she really isn't. But that's something to kind of keep in mind. In Brawl Ball, you can knock the ball out of someone's hands. Her super is extremely strong in Brawl Ball. And there's one more that I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, in Showdown, if you use it against your team. Earlier I was playing a match, and Shelley used her super against the whole team, and we had to, scramble to kill each other and kind of try to scrape in a couple more trophies. So yeah, it can just be really strong because it has very high damage capabilities, but the only downside of it is that sometimes it's just a bit hard to get into range. But if you do get it in there close enough, it's going to be very easy to kill someone. So I'm going to finish up this battle. I'm going to team with this crow. I don't know, it might be a bit tedious. Not really, though. So it looks like we're against a bull, and I think that bull and that Daryl down there are teaming, most likely. Now, I have my little crow teammate. If we're talking health, we can't really do much. I think we should team with this other bull. Actually, no, let's just kill him. I'm going to keep distance just because I don't want that Daryl to kill me. Things are actually looking really good. If I were that crow, I probably would have killed me, but, whatever. I'm just going to come in here, try to kill that crow. Oh, almost got him. That was so close. Well, 6 trophies with Shelley. That is pretty darn good. That'll get me a lot closer to rank 16 for her. So this is really good. I've been getting some good trophies with my brawlers. So next up on the list, we have Spike. I don't have Spike, so I can't really do any gameplay. But Spike's super, especially since his buff, is really, really strong. I mean, if you get that down on even the highest hit point brawlers, you can just completely annihilate them, because it's going to be pretty easy to land your cactus straight on Spike, which does a crap ton of damage. You've got that progressive 400 damage, yeah. 400 damage being done to them per second. They can't really go anywhere because they're slowed down. And even if Spike doesn't even have a teammate to back him up, which if there's a teammate to back him up, anyone caught in Spike's super is pretty much dead. It just does so much damage, even if he doesn't have anyone around to support him. If it's just your typical mid-health brawler and he catches them right in the middle of it, he will just be able to throw all of his cactuses at them, which does so much damage, and just completely destroy them. Max Spikes with their over 600 damage per spine, and they're regenerating health. It's just insane. The only downside of it is the fact that the range isn't great, so sometimes it's hard to get close enough. And even if you're close enough to slow them down, sometimes you can't get close enough to really commit before they run away. But other than that, it's just a really strong superpower. And actually, I'm going to say that it's tied with Dynamite, who is next up, because they're both just really, really strong. So, like I said, next up on the list, we have Dynamite. Dynamite's super is just completely OP if you place it right. It can destroy, walls in Heist, in Brawl Ball. If you hit 2 people at a time, which is sometimes not hard to do, if the map is small in Showdown or something right then, or no, at that, I don't know, just never mind that. If you hit 2 people, it automatically charges the next one, and you can just chain supers with Dynamite, which makes it a really fun super, and just one that does a crap ton of damage. He can just demolish whole entire teams, and it's just insane. And the fact that it does 500 damage, or no, I'm still in old update terms. What would that be? That would be 2,000 damage, Holy crap, that can take out a mid-health brawler pretty darn easily. So, yeah, it's a really, really strong super. Ooh, crap, looks like I'm dead. Not one that you really want to be messing with. Just the fact that it does so much damage and the fact that it charges to the next one automatically if you hit 2 people at a time. Just really strong. The only downside is that sometimes in Smash and Grab or Bounty, when the gem carrier or the person with the most stars is running away, the range is not great, so sometimes you just can't get close enough to get the job done. So that's it for Dynamite, and next up on the list, we have good old Barley. So, as almost everyone knows, Barley's super does a crap ton of damage. It does so much. Like, even if there's a tank chasing you, like one time I had a Mortis chasing me, and I had, I think, health in the 60s, and he had full health, 4,300. One more swipe would have done it, and I just threw my super down on him and killed him before he could finish me off. And I took him out in like under a second, because Barley's damage or super does so much damage up close. And as you can see, my Barley is not even close to maxed, so it just does a crap ton of damage. If you have someone cornered and you throw your super, you're pretty much dead because they can't walk anywhere. They're just forced to stay there and take the damage. They can't escape. And you can get teammates to turn on each other in showdown. And it's just really, really strong in Heist, in Bandit Stash in particular, when you can hide behind those walls and just throw your super at people and charge it up. And if they don't have any lobbers, you can just stay behind there untouched, charge up your super, and just keep throwing it on the safe because the safe is in range. And just in Heist in general, you know, his super is very, very strong, because even if you get to the entrance of their base, you might still be able to get close enough to do a lot of damage. The only downside of it is that from far away, Barley's bottles are not as concentrated together, you know. Oh, crap. They're not as close to each other, so they don't do as much damage, and a lot of times you can kind of just walk out of it. But still, it has very high damage capabilities, and it's just, you don't want to mess with a Barley with a super. So that's it for Barley. Next up on the list, number 2 spot, we have Brock. Good old Brock. So he does a crap ton of damage as well. You know, if you land just 3 of your rockets on someone from your super, that alone can kill you if you have, if you're just a typical mid-health brawler. If you're not a tank, you know. It just does so much damage. It has pretty high range. If you have a team cornered in Smash and Grab or a Bounty, it just completely wipes them out. The thing that really puts him above Barley is that a lot of times it does more damage, and it has better range, so it does more damage from far away as well. Now, it can destroy walls. Yeah, that too. That's something that I forgot to mention. You know, Brawl Ball or Heist, like I said, can just be really strong. The only thing is that a lot of times, if you only get hit by like 1 rocket or something, it's pretty easy to run out. And also, the range is not infinite, so sometimes you just can't get close, and they're able to run out of it before they are killed. But it is still a very strong super, very hard to escape from sometimes, and it just does a crap ton of damage. So we're going to finish up this battle with Brock. We're going to be gaining some trophies with this one. I think it might be all tanks left besides me. This isn't going very well. I think there's was that a Primo or a Bull? And, there's a Shelley. Oh, I was able to keep her away for now. I think this Shelley will probably super me. Oh, things are not looking good. Oh! Oh, I managed to kill him. Ooh, I can try to kill Jimbo, but his health is going to regenerate. I just got to keep him whittled down if I want to have any chance at beating him. And this other guy. Oh, no, that wasn't a very good super. I will team with this Primo. Yeah, I was afraid of that. But he will not be able to finish me off. I've got my super. I missed that. Is he in there? Oh, yeah, that's what you get. Oh, is he preeming? Or not preeming. Teaming with him. Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah, you're not beating me, pal. Well, this Jimbo guy is going to kill me. But I got 6th place. I'm happy. I've been getting, or not 6th place, 2nd place, 6 trophies. I've been getting a lot of 2nd places today. So that's pretty good. I guess I'm going to go out in a blaze of glory. Go down fighting. Yay! If he hadn't jumped on me, if his reload time was slower, if we just factor out the fact that he could attack, I might have actually been able to finish him off. But, nope. Brock just doesn't have a lot of health, and Primo does a crap ton of damage. So, in the number 1 spot, especially after this update, these last balance changes, before I had it in the number 2 spot. Now it's in the number 1 spot. We have Tara. She just completely demolishes with her superpower. It's just insane. 800 damage. It did not need a buff last time, but they gave it to her. In Showdown, it can demolish whole entire teams. If there's like a team of 8 or something, and she's in it, or if she's not in it, if she gets close enough, in Showdown, a lot of times when your giant team is the only one left, you don't want to have a Tara with her super in it, because even her alone can kill every single one of them. If you get the Clash Royale reference, it's basically like the Tornado Executioner strategy that I really like to use. Her cards can go through people, and they do a lot of damage if you get them together. So if Tara just uses her super, pulls everyone together, spams all 3 of her attacks up close, does 3,600 damage with the super factored out, just demolishes. It makes people turn on each other in Showdown. And if you got a gem carrier or someone with all the stars and bounty, and they're trying to run away, Tara can pull them towards her, and it pretty much just means defeat if she has a teammate with her, or even by herself, because she just completely demolishes. She can kill 2 people from an opposite team alone, and it's just a really, really strong super. A lot of times if you're pulled into it, you just can't do anything. You basically just have to accept defeat. You're pretty much dead. So, yeah, there's Tara in the number 1 spot, and that's going to be the end of today's video. I'll have another one coming for you guys soon. Maybe Ricochet, getting him back up. That was what I was kind of implying. I had already talked about it in a previous video, so stay tuned for that. And this has been Spade CR. So stay tuned for future videos, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.